What's up, everybody? Almighty Ed here. Welcome back to the channel. And like always, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here. So, today I wanted to give you guys how I story structure. So, how I write my D&D stories. And I'm not going to make this video too long. I'm just going to show you a simple guide to help you just write your story out. So, this is going to be that video. I had a criticism on one of my old videos from a good friend of mine who said, I couldn't see nothing that you were showing me in your book. He's like, maybe you should like screenshot them and put it up. Well, today I'm just going to flip the camera, put it down, and actually show you guys how I structure a story. And then hopefully it'll be a good guide for you to use in your own campaigns in the future. So if you guys like the video, remember subscribe. Let's hit that intro. All right, guys. So here it goes. We're just going to get right into it. So this is how I usually structure my story. So I'll start off somewhere. So if you're just starting a campaign, so tavern, forest, whatever you want to put here, where you're going to start. Okay, so wherever your party's meeting or however you're going to have them meet. This is your starting point right here. So this is A, and that's your starting point. And star A. Too much up there. Sorry, my handwriting's horrible. I'm writing this literally looking at the camera as I'm doing this. So, now down here is going to be your story arcs. So, I usually do, my new story that I'm running right now actually has 6 story arcs that they can run, and they're actually going to have to complete. It's like task-based. And you can do it the same way. You could have this task-based where they have to finish all these tasks to get to, just say, right here, to your next, the next big thing. But this is going to be, like, for me, the way I began this campaign I just started. And like I said, this is completely modifiable. So now this is 1, 2, and 3. And now what I usually do is I'll put 1, and then I'll put some bullet points. I'll do 2, and I'll put some bullet points. And then just add 3, and I'll put bullet points. Now, I'm just leaving it like this because I usually do it on the next page, but I just want to keep this right here for right now. So, now, whatever they end up picking, so just say we have a Necro right here, a Necromancer. Necro. We have a Dragon. And we have Goblins. Okay? So, we do that. Now, whatever they end up picking, so, I mean, you got to figure out the way that you want this set up. So, have your, up here, like, old guy in the tavern, the farmer. So, like, the people they have to meet are just however they're going to get the quest. And like I said, all this is open-ended. You can really play with these things. So, like, one of my things was they ran, and I have a video on this, and it's, I'll leave that up in the eye. You guys can check that out, where they walked into a town, some of the party was at the tavern, and 2 of the members were walking into town, and the guy comes running up to them, and he gives them some stuff, and he tells them, please help, and he runs away, and then he's chased by guards. And that's how they ended up picking their task, even though there was other tasks, like if they would have been like, nah, we don't want to do that, there was other things they could have did. Like I said, well, and when that started, it was 3. So they had 3 choices, but you have to be able to be flexible. You have to be able to improvise at the moment because your players will do some random stuff sometimes. Okay, so now I usually will do, so just say the Necromancer all right, let's just say they choose the dragon. So they go to the dragon's lair, and it's a dungeon. Because it's Dungeons and Dragons. So they go to a dungeon, and, this isn't the final. Like I said, you have to come up with all the other stuff, but this is just so you can structure your story. You know what's going to happen. You know what you want to happen. So usually here, I'll put puzzles or, riddles, and I'll usually use all of this stuff, okay? Traps, and traps could be anything, guys. Wally DM is a great trap person. Go check out his channel. He has tons and tons of traps for you to use, puzzles, all kinds of good stuff there. I've used some of his stuff in my games. They never let you down. He uses some great stuff, guys. Amazing. He's awesome. All right. So I'll usually use all this stuff because I like my games to be more thought process in them. I like my games to just be fun, and usually like I make like joke riddles, just cool little fun things, funny puzzles. I like my players to think. I like them to have to, like, they see something in the beginning and that's going to be like a key later on. So I like stuff like that. I like them to take notes and just be on their toes at all times. So I'll usually will use a puzzle, a riddle, traps. I'll use all that usually. A couple of them, maybe two. So that I'll put that there. And you could even use like a small boss, or small encounters, minor encounters, small encounters, stuff like that. So, and then here is going to be your final big boss. Big boss. And that's the way I structure the story. So I know what I want to happen. So they meet in the tavern. Then, they go meet the old guy or the farmer or the little girl, whatever it is. The little boy who needs help fighting his dog. Whatever the story structure is, whatever you choose to do, that's what I'll, have in these. And then when they get there, there'll always be a puzzle, a riddle, a trap, a small encounter. Usually all that stuff will be involved in my dungeon, my cave, my castle, whatever they're going to go and, fight or solve. This will be here, okay? This will always be here, my middle part of the story. And I usually will like list off a bunch of stuff. I'll usually use bullet points and not like the bubble. I'll bubble it in like this. But I always know my middle is always going to have this kind of stuff. And then I'll use that. And then I'll go find puzzles, riddles, or I'll come up with them on my own. And then I'll have my big boss encounter. So that will be, your necromancer, your dragon, your, probably not a goblin. It will probably be like, your bugbear or, stuff like that. So, but your goblin encounter, your big goblin encounter at the end, the big boss. And that's the way I structure the story. So if this helped you out, please like, comment, and subscribe. Like always, guys. Catch you in the next one.